All right, music fans, welcome. Harmless me here again, talking about real things, real music, and just really crazy stuff in real time for real people just like you and just like me, just documenting the world as it spins out of control and doing it through the prism of music. Stone Temple Pilots and Bush canceled their fall 2021 tour due to CCP19 related circumstances. Okay. And it's a really vague article, but it says they're canceling due to CCP related circumstances. And I made that up, CCP19. Stone Temple Pilots and Bush, by the way, two bands I really don't care for. However, disclaimer, and I've been doing this lately, not to repent from my distaste for grunge music. I'm not repenting. I'm just telling you that I would rather listen to STP and Bush over the computer-generated crap that is coming out of most car radio speakers these days, all right? And even the rock music that's out there is so poorly produced and so synthetic sounding that, again, I will go back to the 90s and at least listen to these guys playing their instruments, even though not playing them all that well most of the time, but playing them for real. So give STP and Bush some credit. They're starting to become a nostalgia era between those two bands. I kind of, sort of like Plush a little bit by STP. It was on the radio so much that now I hear it and I go, okay, there's a guitar riff, but it's still dark and menacing and negative, and all the singers sound like they're kind of like gargling acid or something. And it's not my thing. Anyway, they were supposed to go out on an 11-city tour. It's 11 cities. It's from September 30th to October 17th. So pretty short little tour there. Well, they've canceled. The group, STP, wrote in a statement, "Unfortunately, Bush has had to cancel their upcoming tour with us that was to start at the end of the month. We, of course, are saddened by this news, but it's a sign of the times right now." Okay. That said, our headline dates starting on October 17th are still on. So if you like STP, they'll start headlining on the 17th of October, and they'll be by themselves. They don't really explain here why Bush isn't going to be with them, other than it's a sign of the times. Now, Bush said in a separate statement, due to unfortunate and unavoidable CCP-related circumstances, we will be unable to move forward with our planned fall tour dates, including our festival appearances and our tour with STP. We cannot stress enough how heartbreaking it is to not be able to go out and play after all this time and after all of our attempted starts and ensuing stops over the past year and a half. Now, I empathize with what they're saying here, because these bands probably get the get-go, right? They say, yes, we're on, we're going to go, and things get booked, and then all of a sudden, something happens. Now, here's what I think is going on as to why this article is so vague. CCP19 related. That's what this is. Did someone get it? Probably. Did someone already do the thing and get it? Probably. See, if enough of these articles, regardless of how the new narrative is, well, at least you're not dead, because if you didn't do this, sure enough, you'd be dead. So this is the new argument, because they've run out of arguments. So they're still canceling. Why, if everyone needs to do the thing in order to go, and the band has done the thing, why are shows being canceled still? And kind of a interesting question to ask. Nobody, of course, is asking. Anyway, they go on. We wish to extend our deepest apologies as this is the last thing we want for all our great fans, as well as our good friends in Stone Temple Pilots. And that's it. That's it. So Bush's sole remaining original member is frontman Gavin Rossdale. Didn't know that. Didn't know really anything about Bush. Stone Temple Pilots features 3 original members: guitarist Dean DeLeo, bassist Robert DeLeo, and drummer Eric Kretz, plus lead singer Jeff Gutt, who joined the group in 2017. So here's my take on the language being disguised. Every time they don't want you to know something, they just put out a really vague statement. And this isn't a conspiracy theory. Like I say, I just think that right now, the rock media, the media in general, they really don't want you to know what's actually going on out there. Because if you did, you'd say, this is the dumbest thing. Why did you go and do this? It's not. And it's for fans who wanted, remember, they said, do this and you'll get your life back. You'll be able to go on the cruise. You'll be able to go to the concert. You take your QR code, get your paperwork together. So everybody's doing that, but yet they're still canceling gigs. So can you just admit this isn't working? That's all you got to do is just say this isn't really working. What I would do is shut down the industry. And I hate to say it like that. Or I would say for all the folks who want to be brave and courageous, right? And there are brave and courageous bands out there, not many of them, but there might be a couple of them that want to actually go out on tour, sign a waiver, say nobody has any liability, have the fans sign a waiver if they want to go, right? No liability, and just go and enjoy the show. If you want to be a little proactive and you try to be extra safe, at least, you know, the southern states, maybe do outdoor gigs, you know, maybe do them outside. I don't know. I mean, people could probably be outdoors and be a certain, you know, distance apart if that works, which I don't think it does. But if you wanted to be safe, you could do something like that instead of packing sardines into these arenas. You know, I was the original social distancer. Me and Steve Perry, we were both original social distancers. So sorry, Steve. So it, you know, for me, if I could have like 4 empty seats and then have, you know, my spot and then 4 more empty seats, I'd be cool with that, you know. But it's weird, you know, to put, maybe they should do gigs and just put like in the ballparks where they're doing the cardboard cutouts. Maybe they could do that, you know, so the band could just play and do pay-per-view or something. We are living in weird and strange times, and I'm weird and I'm strange, so I'm perfect for this. Anyway, thanks for watching the channel. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Put all the videos on repeat play. If you could do that, just loop them so they go around and around, and then, you know, it helps the channel. If you want to subscribe, great. If you want to donate via Patreon, great. Until next time, have yourself a safe, hermetically sealed kind of day.